Going to jail. He going to jail. He going to jail. Tory Lanez is going to jail, y'all, for 10 years. And guess who said, without a shadow of a doubt, he'll be going to jail for double digits? Yeah. We did. Yeah, Maryam, we said that.
Yeah,
back
in
the
judge is going to give him 10
double years. And let me tell you, listen, we're going to let y'all know why we're saying this and why we happy about this. But first, let's introduce ourselves if you're new here. I'm Mary.
And Alma.
And we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below, you guys, because today we are going to be talking about one of our pop culture topics. This is Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion, you guys.
He has been sent hat on for
for the Alabama brawl.
Damian Pickett, the guy with the hat who threw out the signal.
Threw out the back sign, and I'm throwing out my back sign for all my black women today because justice
do his job. Yeah, even after the whole thing happened. He continued to wave the ball in. Even though all that happened to him, I would have just walked off and just be like, you know something? I did not sign up for this. This is not why I came to work. Okay, I am done for the day. I am done for the day. Okay?
Well, you know what? I'm about to throw my bat signal today for my black sisters. You know why? Because justice has been served. Yes. It's a new day. Yes. You cannot sit down here, whether you a black man or not, and come and do injustice against another black woman. We will not be having it. Yeah. We are standing up against you bandits, and we ain't having it no more.
We will not have it all.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm so happy that they basically gave him the 10 years. He deserves it. You do not go and shoot somebody and then stand on some car with your short self talking about DSB. Where they do that at? And then on top of that, you are a mother effing foreigner. This ain't even your country. You not even from here. And you will go shoot one of their biggest pop stars?
Just gave foreigners a bad name. I think that's what I said.
You sure did?
I get so annoyed when foreigners come into America and they act the fool, because it makes it difficult for all of us who, you know,
I'm not a foreigner, but my mama is.
And okay. But you know, like it just gives everybody a bad name.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
One rotten apple spoils the cart.
But that's why I think he got also the 10 years. Because first of all, we have to talk about the daddy who takes no accountability. We have to talk about Tory, who also don't take no accountability, and then went on a whole tour talking bad about this woman. Yes. And then three, we have to take into account the fact that you stayed lying about this whole entire situation, still had no accountability.
Tried to intimidate. Remember, he tried
and
to
then you were
intimidate
still
her best
in
friend.
jail talking about how you innocent. When you went to jail talking about I'm innocent and no weapon formed against me shall prosper, when you were the dumbass with the weapon.
That's why I love what the judge said. It's like, okay, you said he did not do it, so why are you saying that it was a different night? Like this is not what he usually does.
It's because of his mom
but
dying.
I thought you said he's innocent, though. If he's innocent and he never really shot the gun, then what exactly are you talking about?
The way everybody was talking, the way the lawyer came out, like after it was talking about his sentencing or whatever, he basically was like, well, you know, just because he said, you know, basically he tried to play that whole like, oh, he's not guilty, right? But then on the back end, he was like, well, I came into this job because I don't want people who have made a mistake for them to have to pay for it for the rest of their life.
What mistake did he make?
What mistake did he make?
Was innocent.
And then also someone was talking about how, alcohol led him to make the decision. What decision?
You want to put him in some treatment facility?
Go to jail.
But I thought he did not do anything, though. I thought he didn't shoot the gun. Then what are you talking about?
It's not like everybody decided to admit their guilt.
He has PTSD. He has depression. Tory, you're not the only one whose mother passed away.
Megan's did as well.
And she's an only child. You said she's an only child.
She's an only child. I believe you have siblings with your raggedy. Oh, he does, because he's the baby of the family. I was not shocked that he was the baby.
And the mother babied him. So the father right away.
Let's blame the mama.
Put it on the dead mother. Okay?
Raggedy.
You know?
Raggedy.
His mother babied him. So when he was 11, because I read somewhere that the father kicked Tory out when he was 14. Mm-hmm. So the Tory was sent off to live with a grandparent. The father, instead of him taking Tory and going to go live with Tory, no, the father moves in with the grandparents and Tory,
like a bum.
And then he was like, but Tory will not listen to the grandparents, so the grandparents kicked him out. When they kicked him out, why didn't you move out with him?
To go be a father instead of leaving him on the streets.
First you blame the mother, but the mother is out of the picture since he's 11. There is still, these are his formative years. These are the developmental years. This is when you start talking to him about what he needs to know, the characters that make a good man and all of that stuff as he's growing up. He was only 11. You missed the boat on that completely, and you still talk about the mama baby. I know that judge was like...
men love to blame the mother. They love to do that. They
11, and you could not make a difference in this boy's life.
Now you want to be talking about
grandparents. It wasn't the grandparents' job to raise him. Where were you when the mama was babying him? Where the hell were you?
But what I think is interesting? This man was sitting down there with some short self talking about calling Jesus and calling this person, that person, how you have spiritual warriors and how you're a spiritual father to many hundreds of thousands around the world. But you couldn't even father your own damn child. And now father. He is in jail for 10 years. What does that say about you as a daddy? Not much.
No.
So boy, bye.
So I don't know why he told that story.
I don't know
either. It said more about him than it did about anything else.
And then it also it just showed how close the apple falls from the tree. You ain't got no accountability. No. Your son ain't got no accountability. No. And now he's in a position where he is going to be deported and going to jail for 10 years.
After he served his sentence in America, though.
Please take your raggedy ass back to Canada. We don't want you here.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Ridiculous.
And then you go and you attack your foreigner. You're a goddamn foreigner. And then you go and attack one of America's top celebrities. And you feel as though you're going to get away with it. What? Because she's a black woman? Why?
I'm so happy that Megan, why I'm so happy about this is because I'm so happy that Megan actually did not sit down there and cower. She did not say that, even though she wasn't the one who brought the charges, she still went along with the process and saw it through. Exactly. And for me, it just showed that black women, it doesn't feed or fester that narrative of how black women, obviously we're strong, right?
Yeah.
But we're also very vulnerable. We're also fragile. We're also soft, being human beings. And we also are so much more than a strong black woman who could do everything. There are sometimes where we can't handle it. We're worthy of being protected. Exactly. We're worthy of being treated like princesses. We're worthy of respect. We're worthy of just being treated like a human being.
Thank you.
And
just having just dignity.
Just dignity. We are women. We are people who also need to be protected. We're not just. We're not only are we the backbone of our community and really of the whole world, but we also deserve to be protected and cherished and cared about and respected. And the fact that she went through with this, saw it through, told him at the sentencing, no mercy because mercy is for people who take accountability, shows that she was going to keep her foot on his neck.
Yes, and she said, let the sentence show that this is not going to be tolerated.
And it shouldn't be tolerated.
Okay. Violence against women is not okay.
We've been seeing so many things about black men being violent against black women, and it's over with. It is over with. Yeah. Okay? If that means you got to go to jail, black man, you got to go to jail. Okay? So
because really it should not happen with
wrong is wrong.
You especially should not be there being violent to black women, right?
In any sense of the word, whether that's verbally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be. And that goes for even the bandits online who go talking bad about black women. All that can't be tolerated either.
Absolutely not.
So I'm happy that she stayed the course.
She did stay the course.
It's a new day.
And you know something, what is really so telling about this is that I feel as though if Tory, from the time this had happened, because it took a while before he came to trial.
Pride goes before a fall. Okay, honey?
Does it?
Had he just humbled himself and apologized she probably would not have even brought charges against him.
You could have even gone to her house since y'all were friends like that and just say, I am so incredibly sorry. Stand at the gate. Plead with her. I'm sending you out this letter. I'm not even going to speak about this was wrong. And then anyone who got online to speak against her, you say, look, please don't go speaking against her. She has been traumatized enough, and I am so sorry for my part in it. If he had done just that, even if they had brought him up, even if they, the DA had brought charges, whatever, Megan probably would have said, from the moment it happened, it was like an anomaly. He really, whatever. She would have probably said the truth about that. But you didn't. And so you get what you get. It's like what you said, pride goeth before a fall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got 10 years. The other thing that I like the fact that the judge did not give 13 years. And I think the reason why the judge did not, because the judge is wise. The reason why he doesn't give the 13 years that the prosecution was asking for, and you guys just tell me what you think about it, is because the defense has been trying to push this narrative. One, they're trying to get him because maybe he's a black man. Two, they're trying to get him because maybe he's a celebrity. So the judge is trying to make an example of him and stuff like that. Well, when you don't give the 13 years, then, okay, well, is he really doing that though? Because when they appeal, and then they tried to do a mistrial before, and that was thrown out. But when you don't give the 13 years that the prosecution was asking for, but you give enough so this guy can serve some amount of time, right?
Yeah.
Then they don't have that argument to make in order to do the appeal. And so he don't
serve that time.
He wants to make sure, because I think the judge wants to make sure you're going to serve at least 7 years. You're going to serve some time. Now, in California, it says you have to serve 85%, at least 85% of your sentence. So that's like 8.5 years, right? And then he has already served, I think they said 305 days, almost a year. So that would be 7.5. And then even if he has good behavior or whatever, maybe 5 years. I think also that the 70 letters or 76 letters the people wrote, Zelle, you look like a buffoon. Straight up buffoon.
And my thing is also, you are an idiot. Okay, you coming out here on Twitter with your little 6 numbered list about why I don't support nobody, and then I unfollowed him, and I thought it was really. It sounds like you were on his side. You didn't want nobody to say anything. You're upset that you've been outed, okay, like a little rat, and now you want to talk about how you don't want to support nobody, and now you're going to unfollow him. You are a dodo bird. Okay.
Well, she realized that she ain't gonna be able to work with him anyway, because he's gonna be in jail for at least 20 till.
And my thing is, I think she was writing on his behalf, because she said in her little list she said someone asked her to talk about her experience or whatever, and then to also talk about the sentence that
she'll receive or something, what she thinks about that.
So my thing is, you would have to know the whole entire situation in order for you to come up with an educated decision for what you think he deserves, like what amount of jail time he deserves.
The bottom line.
So in my thing, I think she was on his side.
Iggy, this is the other thing.
Your career is already non-existent. Let's see how non-existent it's going to be after this.
I just have a question. If this had happened to, let's say, Gwyneth Paltrow, Iggy, Tory Lanez had done this to Gwyneth Paltrow, will you have had the same response? You know? Women as a whole, we need to stop taking L's. Being out here trying to cape for some woman abuser. We need to stop taking L's.
All women have to stop doing that.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Stop putting your neck out there like an idiot. Now you look like a buffoon. Now you're out there unfollowing him. Nobody cares because you did this. You thought no one was going to know. There was just going to be the judge. The judge says, watch this. Let me read. let me summarize each letter and say the name of who wrote it.
And then Megan Cuniff, that lawyer, not lawyer, but that journalist.
Journalist, yeah.
She came out and said, and then there was a letter from Iggy and Zelle on Twitter. That's how everybody knew, because Megan Cuniff posted it.
Yes. Oh, and I just want to say thank you so much to the phenomenal job that Nick at Night does.
Yeah.
Just love.
That's great work.
Yeah. Really great work. Yes. And Megan Cuniff also. Was there someone else I was going to say? Anyway.
But that was just our opinion. We are so happy Tory is going to jail. We hope that this is the beginning of Megan's healing journey. Learned.
I do want to say that I actually was.
Where's the oil?
I actually think that all the charity that he has done, I think that did make it probably removed maybe half a year to a year from the judge because he had done all this charity. So, keep that up, Tory, when you come out of jail.
And this might be shady, but I don't care. You have 70 letters. How long have you been in the industry? How famous are you? You only have 70 letters on your behalf. I don't think you've done much charity work. Because if that was Beyonce, she probably would have had 1 million letters. Okay, 70, you did not even have 100 letters. Yeah. Even Megan. So my thing is, I don't know if he did much charity work. And then also they said there was no photographic evidence. So did you do that before you went to jail? I'm looking at your raggedy self with a corner eye.
And then sometimes you have to be careful when, the IRS is always listing what you get. And then look and see if you matched up. And they have all the time now.
Let me know about this $200K you made last year.
You made no money this year.
I deserve more than half of this. That's how taxes be. Take half your check and leave you with nothing. Talking about they're going to go fix the road. The road down the street still ain't fixed. That's America. Anyway, we are not in that country.
Listen, I am a foreigner. That's it has its challenges,
pros and cons.
Absolutely,
I'm still very proud to be an American citizen. Okay,
but
I'm not gonna sit down here and act like my country ain't got some issues, just like every other country. You know,
some more than others.
Anyway, but that was just our opinion on the whole Tory Lanez stuff, y'all. Let us know down below. Are you happy? Are you ecstatic? Or are you a hated Tory Lanez fan who has decided to come and spread some hate?
Don't do it on this channel. You will get no sympathy from us.
Oh, no, you'll just get a block.
Well, no. We'll allow our subscribers to deal with you. Anywho.
But yes, y'all, it is Mary sending off the bat signal to say, bye, Tory! Have a good jail sentence!
I hope you made good use of it and you come back and really try to do some good and rewrite, this awful thing that you've done to other foreigners who are, trying to come in and all that.
It's not fair.
Not cool at all. Not cool at all.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Bye, y'all!